I've had my YouTube channel for just over a month now, and on average I spend around 5 hours a week working on roughly 12 minutes of video. That could be one video that's 12 minutes long or two 6-minute videos. I'm definitely a small channel. I have a very modest following, and I want to take you through what it's like to be a small creator on YouTube. So I want to go through how I produce this content and the tools I use and the SEO that I apply to each video. To give you a bit of context of me as a small YouTube channel, I am a positive psychologist and I work as a life coach. So the reason why I've come on YouTube and created this space is to share everything that's positive psychology with a new audience that may not know much about it. So as an entrepreneur setting up a new business, I of course had to have a website. So just to give you a little bit of background there to understand what perspective I'm coming from and trying to apply it to YouTube, I built my website myself. You can look down below and check it out if you like. And from all the YouTube tutorials I actually used to build my website, I learned so much about SEO, and I've actually found that it's just as important to use it for your YouTube, which I was really surprised about, but glad that I had that basic level of understanding. But let's start with the tools that I use, because there actually isn't that many. Firstly, because I'm staring right at it, I use a ring light that's not switched on, and it's quite helpful for propping up my phone, which is the second tool I use. I'll link the ring light below. If you're in the UK, you can buy it in Argos. It's really cheap. It does the job. It really does. It definitely does the job. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll upgrade for sure. But in terms of filming, I use my iPhone, which is an iPhone 13. I did some research before upgrading my phone and thought I'll get one that's good for YouTube, good for filming. And this one came up because it has two lenses, two cameras I'm looking at, and two different lights. And I think it does work quite well. So these are the physical tools I use, the ring light and the phone. And in terms of tools with creating my content, once I've recorded the video, I upload it to InShot, which is a free app, and I will link below. I have that on my iPad and my phone. So I only film using my phone. And when I come to create my video and my thumbnail, I use InShot. So I use InShot on my iPad for videos, and I use InShot on my phone for thumbnails. So starting with videos, that's what I do first, even though you're supposed to do thumbnails first. I just end up doing my videos first. It's really great actually, especially for a free app. I feel like there's so many options of having your video completely edited for you, which would be lovely, but I'm not spending that money on something that is a really humble beginning right now. But it is really good. You can add text, you can add photos and stickers. I haven't learned how to do B-roll. B-roll is really important, really engaging. Apologies, I don't have any in my video. I haven't cracked it yet. I haven't done the B-roll tutorial. But that's definitely something to check out if you're just going to start from scratch. Learn that too. And then, as I said, on the phone I do my thumbnails. The first tutorial I ever watched regarding Think Media, if you've watched my previous video, you'll know that I really recommend following Think Media. They're fantastic. It was a really old video of theirs, and it explained what thumbnails are. I didn't know at the time. I didn't know what they were used for, and I didn't really know how to be strategic with them. So and they recommended InShot. Looking to SEO now and how I apply it when I create my videos, I do that from the very beginning, from the point where I'm at the idea of what my next video is going to be. And that includes thinking about keywords, what's popular, what's trending, what my audience is looking for already. So how I do that is I used a fantastic YouTuber, Metrics Media, and he has a ton of tutorials on all sorts of things, but he really explains SEO, and I will link him down below. He introduced me to software called SEMrush, and that's actually a really respected and valuable tool for the digital community. SEMrush in itself has its own YouTube channel, and you could look at that as well. It's very much an angle of creating a website, but the goal is to make you as optimized as possible. And when you have that knowledge, it's really easy to apply it to your YouTube. I'll show you how I use that in my next video, and the case study I use of how that's worked when I've created my content, so that you can see how it applies, and it'll make a bit more sense seeing it in action. Another source I use is Google Trends. So basically Google Trends, and you will find all the latest and most popular searched terms in the past week, the past month, however far back you want to filter. In the US and the UK I choose, and that's really helpful just to see what's trending. Similar to that is a website called Ask the Public, and that is really helpful if you search in a keyword, and it will come up with all the questions surrounding that keyword that has already been entered into Google or other search engines. You get 3 free tries a day. So again, it's a free option too. Back to other YouTubers that have helped me with SEO include Modern Millie, and she has got a great video which I'll link below, and that is basically to explain how you can use SEO when you publish your content, and it all comes down to keywords. So you have your keywords in your title, keywords in your thumbnail, keywords in your description, keywords in your hashtags, but also keywords in your chapters. Another YouTube channel that I've already mentioned, vidIQ. I quickly showed their app in my previous video. I use it when I have an idea or to find ideas. It has a creative section. So you go in and you put in a keyword that you're thinking about, and it will show you options for a title, and then you move further, you choose what one you want, and you move further, and it gives you a suggestion of a thumbnail. And I don't think you can use their thumbnails. I've never tried to myself anyway, because it's different people and my channel is me, so I'm not going to use anyone else. But I think maybe it's just an idea that you could recreate that thumbnail. And then it goes further into, okay, so this is your hook, this is your intro, this is the interesting fact, challenges. It goes all the way down what kind of video you could make, and then you've created your template. So I follow it very loosely. There's always something that it suggests that I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't think of this angle, okay, I'll incorporate that. And it's very good to create a structure as well. So once you've done that, it's also really interesting and important to use the keyword section of the app. And what I do is try and find keywords that are not competitive. That's the most important thing. So they're ones that people are looking at, but not many creators are producing information on that. So they're really helpful to have in terms of having an SEO strategy to what you're creating. So the only thing I did differently with my tools in my latest video that did really well is I added PIP or PIP in InShot, and that is basically just adding video to the side of your video. It's not even B-roll, because I haven't worked out how to do the B-roll. So I wonder if that made it more engaging for my viewers, and I added it from the offset within the first 3 seconds. And I think because it was also really interesting video as well, it was analytics to my channel, which every small channel YouTuber wants to see from everyone else and compare. So I wonder if that is something that's helped with the video getting a big boost and a better reaction than any of my others. But in terms of SEO, I did all the same things that I'd been doing and what I've mentioned, but I also added chapters, which I haven't done before, and the names of each chapters being keywords. And also the video I created, it's about my first month on YouTube. Now I'm on YouTube creating my channel as a positive psychologist and as a life coach. So normally I'm discussing self-development, well-being, motherhood, all the things. But I approached this latest video as a viewer because that's what I've been looking at myself creating my channel. I've been looking for videos that have information on how many subs they have and how to increase your subs and how to create content and keep it engaging and understanding analytics and understanding SEO. So I have consumed that all myself. So I fully embody my viewer. And I think that has really helped when I created that video, because I just came from a place of, this is my situation, this is what my experience has been, this is what I've used, this is what I'm hopeful for. And I think it really just resonated with a lot of people because there's so many of us on YouTube with our small channels trying to find somebody else in the same boat. And there's a lot of great content out there, but it's created by YouTubers who are already far away and above, better and higher in numbers than what the typical small channel has. So I hope you find this interesting. I really hope it's been helpful. I would love to hear what you think. Is there a YouTuber that you follow or several accounts that you follow on YouTube that you find really helpful as a small channel to understand SEO or to other tools? It would be really great to hear. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching.